Hello, chat. I'm saluting right now. This time's gonna be the time. I can actually feel it this time. I believe. I have hope. I have determination. And it's time. It's finally time to end this. Womp skill check. Oh, hello, you bang! Consistently, every single time, I have done that. Also, I may have to file a bug report with the Dark Fountain in the background that, like, animation keeps changing whenever the fight actually starts. Yeah, the background has a bit of an animation error. You know, I saw like a YouTube thumbnail or something of somebody claiming that they did this in 7 turns. I highly doubt that. Forgot that it did this. It's that attack. Every single time, it's that attack. Oh well. Guess that's the first loss of the stream then. Okay. I need to do as they say and lock in. Okay, I know what's coming next, so... Okay, yes? If I had to compliment something about that attack is that it gives you a lot of TP. But 100% is not worth it for the amount of damage that you take. Now the time to say I have no idea what a Tempest even is. Come on. Alright, let the cutscene play while I'm checking chat. Hello. Hello to you too. Did I really just let that happen? Did I seriously just let that slide? Ready, Susie? Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't like that sword attack very much. I don't think that attack is very good. Something notable about that attack is how it starts at the soul. What was that? 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 If this thing wasn't the secret boss, I wouldn't even be trying to do what I'm doing now. How did the playtesters even make it past this attack so many times consistently? Like, how'd they be like, yeah, no, that attack's good. I do feel cornered. Thank you for noticing, game. This might be stupid, but if it triggers the event I think it's gonna trigger. Yes! Okay, here we go. Oh. Oh! I survived it. Now what's gonna happen? Oh no, it's not over. Oh no, it's not over. It's not over! What was that? Back at it again. What do you mean it's not over? It's nowhere near over! At least, in one way it's not over. But in another way it might be so over. Incredible. I felt it there. Shining. Your power. A little further. I seriously thought that would be it. I seriously thought that'd be the end. Don't tell me we have to get the HP bar down to 0. Aww. Oh no. Right then. Back to the grind. That's supposed to be their like magic to make a huge final attack and everything. I don't understand. I genuinely thought that'd be it. No. Can somebody look up how many turns this takes on average, please? Ah! that! Don't say they had 1 HP left! You can't just say that! One attack would have fit. No, you can't say that! You are not allowed to say that! What? No. No. I refuse. I refuse to believe that. What? What do you mean they had 1 HP left and I died on the last attack moment? What do you mean? Alright, let's do this. Ah, I didn't press E at the right time. I fumbled the Rune Buster trick. The world revolves around you. Great, I'm dead. At least you know you can do it. After this big final attack, you can finish it with one last attack. Didn't I try that though? Like, let me rewind the stream on my end to see if that final attack that I survived actually was it. Like, if it was at genuinely 1 HP left, I would have been. I'd be the maddest I'd ever been. Like, okay, I'm rewatching it. Okay, looks like I went back to heal. Okay, I revive minted Chris. Okay, then Susie died. I avoided attacks. I pressed the fight button. I hesitated. I hesitated for a second. This is where the thing was. I hesitate for a while, actually, like, wow. I then chicken out and go over to item, where it then goes to the attack, where I died. I was 1 HP away! All this suffering could have been ended like 10 minutes ago! I think I almost would have preferred not to know that. I could have been playing Chapter 4 right now. Had I just been a bit braver. I could have won. I don't know whether to be severely happy or severely upset. I'm leaning more towards upset. All this could have been ended right there. But I chickened out and had to choose TV dinner instead. Oh. I had a feeling you didn't need to deplete all their HP. Isn't that like something Toby Fox did in Undertale anyways? Just to like emulate a feeling of hopelessness? Because if so, he does an amazing job making you feel like you're making no progress, despite you actually making tons. Alright then. You got this? Thank you. I am officially the largest hater of swords in history. Never been a fan. So many hours of my life have been wasted on this. I can't let it be for nothing. I do not know how I did not take damage there at all. This attack is my first, my life nemesis now. I'm the goat. I'm the goat. I actually did that. So close. Did you get the rare items from the B rank room? Some useful stuff in there, like another revivement. Oh. Oh, really? And an item that heals everyone? Oh, now I really regret getting myself banned from the gambling machine. Oh, I super regret getting myself banned from gambling now. They took away the slot machine thing because of what I did. Ah. Who knew? Getting banned from gambling has consequences. Just thinking about how happy I am in an alternate universe right now, where I did select attack on that menu. Okay, focus. Eyes on the prize here. Should have kept my eyes on the game a bit more than the prize. Message rejected. I don't know why. Can't unreject that message. Dude, you almost got to the final attack. Dang, if you make it, just couldn't even make it to the final box. You got this, man. I actually beat the final attack once, and apparently all I had to do to beat the fight was attack them one more time, but I chickened out and used a healing item instead because I didn't know at the time, and then I ended up dying, so I'm still here. Yay. Let me rewind the stream to see if my OBS picked up whatever message YouTube tried to redact. Seemed to be said quite some time ago, so... Oh. Okay, well, it looks like I can't see that. Pain. Beating the final attack and dying is way better than not even getting to the final attack. Yeah, it's... Of course, there's that one guy in chat who told me afterward that I was just 1 HP away from winning. And then I could finally move on and do Chapter 4. Isn't that fun? Honestly, most of this fight, my best advice is just don't die. And therefore, you must do whatever you can to not die. So, like, if there's, like, a place where you need to heal... Heal. Do not try to attack. Just heal. Also, Ralzia's sacrifice. Don't forget that either. Shadow Mantle on Susie for more Root Buster. Root Buster is your friend. This attack is the worst attack. Period. There is no other attack worse than that attack. That attack is your sworn life enemy. Always remember that. That attack invites everybody in the class except you to their birthday party. That attack is not your friend. Just keep that in mind whenever it shows up. Fortunately, it only shows up once per attempt, so If Susie swoons, revive me. If you die, that's what you do. This has been your How to Beat the Knight tutorial. That's a chapter 4. I figured they're trying to beat them again. Yeah, honestly, it's very satisfying. Rosie's buddy guy. Nah, I'd say more of Human Shield. I like to call the knife title Rosie Blunter. Yeah, that's true. Blint's my whole team. Oof. Get my life into pieces. Yeah, knife title circle. Yeah, honestly, circle is way easier. It truly is. Alright. Rosie is sacrificial lamb. Just remember that. Use them only for either defending or healing. And if you're doing really good, you can maybe try attacking, but like that's only if you are super, super, super good. Do not use any healing items on Rosie. It's gonna be funny to watch speedruns, because the fastest way is just to try to die as quickly as you can. Oh, Chris is down? Gotta save my revivement for, Susie, so... Oh no, why'd I defend? I should have healed up Chris more. Oh, the sword tunnel. Although knife tunnel does make sense with Black Knife being the song and everything. But then again, why is it baseball bat at first? In fact, why are they anthropomorphic in the first place? Like, they can just change their shape of anything related to them on a whim. Not to mention how they kind of summoned their knife, baseball bat, sword thing out of thin air. Like, I'm pretty sure the baseball bat at the start pretty much proves its death. Like, it has to be death. Like, the antlers, the mysteriousness, and everything. I actually have a mini theory with, like, the bunker and everything before I play Chapter 4, with that ending there. I'll wait for this attack to be over first so I can focus, but then I'll explain it. So, like, you know how the symbols were like Pine Tree, Officer's Badge, and then the Deltarune, right? So, Officer's Badge is obviously meant to represent Undyne when she gets kidnapped. The Deltarune's meant to represent Toriel, which is why the Knight's trying to take her there. And the Pine Tree, I'm assuming, is meant to also represent like a Christmas tree, and therefore, Death. So, since Death was already taken into there, she's not herself anymore. Boom, she becomes the Roaring Knight. Now they want the other two to become Roaring Knights as well, in order to fully complete their own version of their own twisted prophecy. Anyways, that's just my theory. Yeah, this is so much easier than the regular sword tunnel ones. Like, maybe the first time you tried it might catch you a bit off guard, but after that, like, once you get used to it, it really isn't that bad. Okay, worst attack is dealt with. Like, Toby Fox is so lucky Black Knife is as good as it is, otherwise I would have gone insane from hearing it this much. Healing turn, it's a healing turn, it's a healing turn. Okay, the sword knife things in general are just really bad whenever they show up. Is this the attack I think it is? Yes, it is. Okay, all I have left to my name is a revivement, so... I guess I could have tried Ultra Heal for my 9 glorious HP points, but... Eh. How close am I? Did that trigger it? I'm risking it. I'm risking it. I'm risking it. I'm risking it. This fight is very rewarding of risk, but also very punishing. I don't think it's this. I personally think the night is the midnight. I've seen the man with task for running over this. Yeah. Like, I don't know why everybody all of a sudden did that, but like it's spreading already. 2 heals left might be dead. Crisp. Yeah. I mean, like, I was a Nightmare believer for a while, right? But like with the detail that's repeatedly rehashed that Des has a baseball bat, and then like here, watch this beginning cutscene, right? Like the Knight's gonna bring it out. That's a baseball bat. And it's been repeatedly rehashed over and over that Des has a baseball bat. And then Des is Noelle's sister, and then look who has antlers, so... I mean, it makes perfect sense to be Des. I mean, granted, whoever it is, they very clearly are not themselves. Yeah, you got Rosy right beside you. 6 feet under ya. Oh, here's the attack that somehow made it past the playtesting stage. Somehow. I do notice the damage that you're dealing slightly goes up depending on how many turns in you are. Appreciated mechanic. It's tempting to do a Root Buster, but no, it's better to heal. Isn't this like not able to scream out of her chest, but like screaming out of your chest is an acquired skill. Like anybody can do that, you know. Rocket Night Fear. Also, a fairy for a while. Also, could scarf it down. Oh yeah, that is actually a good theory right there. But in fact, this fight has like 10 unused attacks that would have made it even harder. Just hearing that makes me shudder. Rosy because with Scarf to prevent extra damage and heal. It heals in Scarf form. That does actually make sense. Flashback's example of how much Rosy is dying. Don't worry, he's about to die a whole lot more because about 50 minutes ago this could have been ended apparently. Can you believe that? A whopping 50 minutes ago. But no. Instead, I'm still right here. Oh great, Rosy's already dead. Uh-oh. It's the bat attack. Is this the slish slash in a circle? No, it's not slish slash in a circle, it's just a regular slish slash. Back up here, Chris. We need you. Okay. Still don't know what a tempest is. I just have to root buster. So this is the slish slash in the circle nickety knack knife. A very real and official name. Why is Chris down again already? Why am I dead? Why wasn't this over 50 minutes ago? Oh no, something funny? Tell us, yeah, tell us. Couldn't beat Devil in Chapter 1, so I continue on with Chapter 2. It's time to go to Shadow Mantle. Beat Chapter 3, went back to beat him 2 tries. Had to restart the whole game. Or the Devil to Shadow Crystal. So Devil so hard back then. Yeah, Sans. Yeah, that is true. Guess each battle difficulty is balanced to just how much easier it is to encounter the boss now. It's guaranteed. Yeah. It's made all the more painful knowing it could have been ended 50 minutes ago. Alright, this is the run. I'm not playing around anymore. This is the same game that had a puzzle piece sell you tutorials, by the way. Alright, looked back, and now I've discovered this is attempt 16 of the live stream, based entirely on how many times Ralsei has died. Oof. That is... That's rough. Remember, Crisp is bodyguard number 2, very death-prone, doesn't defend. I mean, I guess so. When I defeat this, I kept Ralsei alive for most of it, defend DP. I mean, maybe that's worth it, but to me, he's our favorite sacrificial lamb. But you didn't think we would still be standing. Susie, Chris and Ralsei are dead. I hate that attack so much. Also, for this fight, I legit stocked up on every revivement I could get in this chapter. How many revivements can you get in this chapter, actually? Yeah. I got the revive dust. Yeah, but look at it, say piles of Rosie's dust. Yeah, I had a feeling that joke was coming. I mean, from what I hear, you can apparently get them from the gambling machine, but I got myself banned from I got myself banned from that, so... How is Chris dead but Rosie alive? That's not right. That's wrong, actually, I believe. The world revolves around you. Like, seriously, that is such an interesting piece of dialogue. Like, if people had any doubts if this counted as a true secret boss or not, then, like, that line basically confirms it. Like, there's your answer right there. Oh! Will this be enough to make it go the shiny shine? Man, I'm done talking. No, it's not shiny shine just yet. It's not shiny shine time. Oh, but it is pew pew laser gun time. There we go. All I have to do is survive this, take one more, just one more attack, and then it's over. My suffering will have ended. Focus. Okay. Things may look super duper bleak here, but I think I've won. Let me check chat. Chris does way less damage to the knight. Like, interesting. I love how the implications are that Chris and the knight are working together so far. Lower than Rossy's, in fact. Unironically, Chris does less damage than Rossi. I know. I am jealous. You're suffering a little. It's finally over. I think this has been like nearly 10 hours. It's ended. Okay, that you guys weren't supposed to do that. The connection's breaking up. Might have to. Oh, hang up. We actually beat it? What? Don't tell me you've had enough already. No, Susie, no. Come on, we were just getting started. Oh. 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 You broke their blade and dropped something. Not so tough now, are you? Susie? Idiot move. Susie! How could you... Yeah, we chill, right? we chill, right? We chill, right? We chill. Oh, no, you can't. You can't take her. Oh, and that's the cutscene from before, right? So it is still scripted in the end, but you broke off a piece of their sword thing. Yo, guess Somehow I thought we had won for a moment, that we would be able to end that battle here and now. You were so brave, and yet, in the end, our struggle, it's only beginning, isn't it? What? Isn't it, Chris? Chris, I'll be fine. But if I'm hurt this badly, then Susie must be. Chris, you'll make sure she's alright, won't you? Chris, I'll be fine. Okay, yeah, it's the same dialogue. Is this a Shadow Crystal then? Shadow Crystal is added to your key items. Black Shard was added to your weapons. Hold up. Sorry, Susie, wait a sec. Plus 10? A dagger-like shard with a black knife. Oh, it is a knife. Strikes the weakness of dark element type enemies. Interesting. Is there a save point though? No. Her face contorted. Looks like she's having a nightmare. Ooh. A nightmare. Well, I guess I just gotta get the completion data for the chapter then. Held the crystal up to your eye. For some strange reason, for just a brief moment, you thought you saw the television get smashed into pieces. That's dark. I won! I beat the roaring fraud! There's some kind of door here. Chapter 4 tomorrow. Deltarune Chapter 4 tomorrow. Doesn't seem like that much dialogue has changed. I actually beat it. So I really like that theory the Shadow Crystal is intended for Ram. Still interesting dialogue. And an amazing cliffhanger too. Like all the implications that the knight respects Chris. Even opens the bunker door for them. Like, Chris is 100% working with the knight, or whatever association the knight is working with. Probably to get rid of us, the player, but... That was a nice secret boss, you know? A bit too easy though, you know? Could have been a bit harder. Like, not gonna lie, that fight was a bit too easy. I also was expecting something that, you know, provided a bit more challenge, maybe. But no, that was just absurdly easy. Like, I could do that in my sleep with my eyes closed. To be continued in Chapter 4. As much as I want to press this now, I know, for the better. I gotta read chats. You won. Congrats, you beat Deltarune. Let's go. Pray for me later. I'm gonna do the roaring knight. Hey, if I can do it, you can do it. Let's go. Failed 3 turns on my first attempt. But your first attempt's not your last one now, is it? Haha. Rosie wasn't the first to die in the cutscene. Unreal. Yeah, honestly, that's how you can tell it's just a scripted cutscene. Hey, a black shard weapon for Chris. Haha, so dangerous to do that. You're in severe danger. Roaring fraud. Please give me tips for the setup of Roaring Knight. Oh, I'm fighting a roaring fraud. I'm fighting a roaring knight, Lorak. Basically, Rosie Meat Shield, Shadow Mantle on Susie. Also, White Ribbon on Rosie, because that gives you, like, a bunch of TP bonus, which you're gonna need for Root Buster, so... You can rewatch my streams, kind of see what I did in case I forgot something. But, as much as I would like to press the move on to Chapter 4 button right now, I know it's better to save that for Deltarune tomorrow. So, thank you all so very, 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 very much for coming. And I will see you all next time. See you, chat.